I'm here in Cave Spring, Georgia with my compadre, Professor Jamey Moore. We're here in search of ethereal experiences, mystical beings from another world.
And I have to say, watch this video because you're in for a real thrill today. We're going to find some ghosts.
Some of the things happening on the hill, which we call the hill, it's Voc Rehab from the state of Georgia. There's a lot of weird things that go on there. So if you'll follow me.
Yeah, we were here on a ghost tour one day, and we were exiting out. We were the end of the crew coming out. And I was the last one to clear the cabin, and there was a guy standing beside me as we went down the steps, and something had shoved him. And he thought it was his wife, but his wife was in front of him, but he just instinctively thought it was her. But there was nothing behind him. I was behind him, and I didn't shove him, but something definitely pushed him. I could see him getting pushed. Tell by the expression on his face that he had been touched by something, but you couldn't see anything. There was nothing there.
We have been very privileged to be able to investigate several buildings here in the Cave Spring area, and of course, as always, we're never disappointed. I believe there's things that we don't understand. We don't like to use the word ghost because ghost it's sort of been overdone by a lot of your movies and Hollywood. We like to use the word paranormal, which means not in the realm of what we would consider normal.
Well, I've actually had several encounters, but one of them happened over at the Hearn Inn, which is a bed and breakfast. I work for the state of Georgia for the vocational rehab agency, and one of our contracts were to clean up, to show students with disabilities how to work an inn and all that kind of thing. Well, a young lady and I were upstairs in one of the rooms, and we were finishing up. She was tidying up the bed, and I was finishing up and sweeping and that kind of thing. And all of a sudden, one of the brass candlesticks off of the mantle just flew off the mantle and fell on the ground. We both looked at each other because neither one of us were even near there. There was no windows open, and we both looked at each other. She dropped the dust rag and the mop, and so did I, and we ran downstairs.
One of the most scariest stories that we can talk about here in Cave Spring was probably here in the building up on the third floor in Fannin Hall. One of our investigators was asking the question, would you like to play a game? Well, shortly thereafter, somebody grabbed his ankle and leg, and he really startled him. And we actually shut down our investigation that night because of the severity of the incident. That room that we were investigating in, none of our electrical equipment will work at all. None of the digital recorders, cameras, nothing would have worked. So there's something already going on in that room. We don't know if the spirit was draining our equipment and just getting the energy from that or what. But come to find out 4 or 5 weeks later, it was doing basically what it was asked to do. It was asked to play a game. And that's what we think the young child was doing, was playing a game. I guess the most other scary story was that happened to me was we was investigating over there in the Hearn Academy, and we were coming off the second floor downstairs to the landing, and somebody had pushed me really hard and caused me to go down 2 or 3 flights of steps. And come to find out, we think it was an older woman, a teacher, and for some whatever reason she was angry at us for being there that night.
The ghosts are restless now. They're coming for me, and soon they'll be coming for you.
Tonight, at the so-called witching hour, we will be joined by other...
Again, let's start. There's some strange things that are happening. Did you hear that, Bob?
Hell yeah, I heard that. What the was that, Jamie?
Give me the camera, Bob. Hold on. Give me the camera, Bob. Here. Oh, shit. I'm out of here, man. Here, run.